This video is how to create a cut path in our Roland VersaWorks software. So here, conveniently, I have my Photoshop file that I've created my design in on the desktop. So what I'm going to do is right mouse click on that, open with Adobe Illustrator. And when I created my Photoshop file, it has layers. I am going to open it as a flattened layer here. And here's my 5x5 sticker design. And to create my cut path, I need to put a stroke around it and very specifically name it so our Roland VersaWorks can read it. So the way I'm going to start doing this is I'm going to go into the swatches panel, and I have no swatches loaded. So I'm going to go down here to the library, swatches, libraries, and I'm going to choose a pretty basic color swatch, the Pantone CMYK Uncoded. And I'm going to choose just this swatch because it doesn't really interfere with my design. It will stand out so I will know where the cut path is. I'm going to load that swatch. And then I'm going to go to my Layers tab. And if you don't see these tabs up here, you probably want to go to Windows and Workspace and select Essentials Classic. So now that I have my Layers tab open, I want to duplicate this layer. To do that, I'm going to go here to these three lines, duplicate layer. So now that I have the two layers, this is my print layer. I'm going to double click on that, and I'm going to name this layer print. And this layer is my cut path. I'm going to double click on there and call this the cut layer. So we don't want to do anything with our print layer, so I'm going to turn that off and highlight the cut layer. And then with this selected, I'm going to go over here to my tools, and I'm going to select my selection tool. Click on my graphic, and then I'm going to come over here to Image Trace, Silhouettes, click OK. I'm going to come back over here to my quick actions again and hit Expand. And at this point, we're going to need another tool. So I'm going to go to Windows, and what we need is our Pathfinder. And in the Pathfinder tab, I'm going to click on Merge. And then I'm going to click on the Unite. So that gives us a path around everything. But I want to offset that path so it gives us that white line around my sticker. So I'm going to come over here to the quick actions again, and I'm going to offset that path. And in my offset, 0.2 inches really looks the best with my design. I tried it lower, and then it had a little cutout here which might make it hard to take the sticker off. So 0.2 works great with my design. So I'm going to click OK. I've got all these red lines down here, so I am going to come over here back to Unite. So now that I have this selected and I have the offset path, I'm going to come to the stroke panel. I'm going to click here on stroke, and I added that magenta swatch. I'm going to double click on that. And this is important to rename this so our VersaWorks can read the cut path. So I'm going to name this Cut Contour. T-O-U-R. Cut Contour. A capital C in cut and a capital C in contour. It has to specifically be named that. Also, the color type needs to be spot color. Click OK. I'm going to zoom in here, and now you can see my magenta cut path. I'm going to go back to my selection tool, and I'm going to turn off this fill so we can see the image. Turn back on my print layer and turn off the cut layer. So here's my original design, and when I click on the cut layer, I have my cut path named Cut Contour, so the VersaWorks will recognize that as the cut path. So I'm going to save this, save as. I'm going to save it on this computer. I'm going to save it to the desktop, and I'm going to save the format as Adobe PDF. Save. I don't do anything here, just save PDF. And then here on my desktop where I saved my PDF is right here. And that is the file that I want to load up to our VersaWorks. And then it should be a cut path.